Lynda Kinkade, the British Prime Minister, is in Canada to discuss trade deals after Brexit. She's about to do a press conference with the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Let's listen in.
We last met at the G7 in Taormina, and today we discuss cooperation on a number of fronts that will grow our economies.
But I think at the point at which we leave, it's important that CETA is the basis of that transition. And just if I may, this is not something that this is something that we have discussed with the European Union and made clear that I think it makes sense that we have those smooth transitions.
Nous avons mis sur place avec la SCG.
Through CETA, we have implemented a framework that eliminates most international trade barriers between Canada and Europe. This, of course, includes the United Kingdom. It is therefore logical and expected that CETA with Europe be a basis for a future negotiation and trade agreement with the United Kingdom. Of course, once Brexit becomes official, we will continue to speak with the European Union and the United Kingdom on the next steps to take. Details where CETA is not fully aligned with Canada and the United Kingdom's priorities. As a first basis, it will allow us to have a very reassuring transition for investors, for business owners, and for Canadians and the British people.
There is no question that CETA, which eliminates well over 90% of all barriers between trade between Canada and the European Union, which of course includes, as it was negotiated, the UK, will make an excellent basis for ensuring
The British Prime Minister and Canadian Prime Minister speaking there in Ottawa. The British Prime Minister there to shore up trade deals as Britain prepares to leave the EU. The two countries are, of course, major trading partners, and there is a lot at stake. I want to go to CNN's international diplomatic editor, Nick Robertson, for more on this. Nick, Theresa May there saying she wants to see as little disruption as possible to businesses and people's lives. And they spoke about the EU free trade deal with Canada and what that will mean going into the Brexit discussions.
Yeah, I have to say this is really music to Theresa May's ears. This is the kind of endorsement and support that she's been looking for from international partners. She went to Japan and hoped to get a similar strong statement from Abe, the Prime Minister there. It didn't come in that way. From Justin Trudeau there, very, very clear, saying that Britain's been a big supporter of this CETA agreement, this agreement between the European Union and Canada that will cut more than 90% of the trade barriers, he said, between the European Union and Canada. That this has been in the work for 7 years. And what Justin Trudeau here has said, and he allowed Prime Minister May to articulate it, saying that in essence this CETA deal will be the basis of the deal. I've got an agreement from Canada. This will be the basis of the deal going forward, a trade deal with Britain. This is exactly what she's been looking for her. This is a sort of setup to the week that she's been hoping for, not the distraction of her foreign secretary putting out his position on Brexit, but her being able to show her audience back home, here's Canada, here's a strong ally, here's a country that we do more than $21 billion worth of business with a year, and they're supporting us. They are saying, yes, after the European Union, after Britain leaves the European Union, we will be able to cut a similar deal that Canada has now put in place and will begin to go into effect later this week, that Britain will be able to get something similar. So for Theresa May, this is political gold dust. This is what she was hoping to get, clear, unequivocal and strong.
So great news for Theresa May, but of course, no doubt we will still hear some critics who say, what's the point of Brexit if you're going to copy and paste deals that are already made?
Exactly. We're going to hear that. We've heard it. We'll hear more of it.
All right, we are going to take a break now and join Wolf Blitzer. I'm Lynda Kinkade. Thank you so much for watching. And Nick Robertson, our thanks to you in London.